the thing with owner finance is that you can sell a little bit higher than what the going rate for is. Let's say maybe I would get, maybe somebody will pay me cash $48,000-$50,000, but since I'm owner financing, I get to raise the price a little bit. Plus, I get a bigger pool of customers because a lot of people are gonna have $10,000 or $15,000 of disposable income that they can invest in a property. I've done this before. It's not the first time, but I think I'm gonna change my strategy from being a landlord to being a bank, because basically when you owner finance, you can forget about tenants, toilets, and trash. You're only basically loaning money, and you have the property as a security. If they don't pay you, you can always collect it back, and you keep the down payment. So because what I've been noticing is that a lot of properties, we think that they cash flow, but they are not really cash flowing. Why? Because let's say you cash flow $200 per month on a property. You pay the mortgage, you pay the insurance, the taxes. You save a little bit for vacancies and for repairs and maintenance. And let's say you cash flow $200. So $200 per month times 12, that's $2,400. But then one day, the boiler, the water heater goes out, and you have a $1,200 bill, or let's say you have to replace the AC or the roof, and it's a $5,000 or $6,000 ticket. You're talking about you're gonna eat your cash flow for 3, 4, 5 years. So you basically are not making any money apart from appreciation and property pay down. Of course, you're not making any real cash, which is what we need now. Property appreciation and property pay down, you can only get that money if you sell the property or refinance. So basically, that money is tied up with the property. So using this strategy that I'm now gonna use, that I'm sorry, that I am now gonna implement. I believe I'm gonna be able to. Well, I don't believe. I mean, I am gonna be able to count with this money 100%. So if I'm getting $500 or $600 cash flow from a property that I sold on refinance, I can count with that money. And the difference between an owner finance customer and a tenant is that most of the tenants, I don't want to talk about all the tenants, but a good percentage of the tenants, you have to be looking for them on the first of the month, because they don't want to. I mean, who likes to pay the rent? So sometimes it's headache, it's stressful because you have to be looking for tenants. YouTube and a lot of people make it sound so easy, but it's hard. It's a hard business, because when you're dealing with people, it's hard because you're dealing with all kinds of people, and you can check background checks and credit checks and everything, but you never know what you're gonna get into with people. And I'm not saying that people that buy always pay on time, but most of the time, at least this is what I've seen. Most of the people that are buying, they look for you and they want to pay you because they want to pay their property. They don't want to lose it. Because why? Because they invested $10,000-$20,000. So I mean, they don't want to lose their investment. So and they probably pay the property because they want to pay it. If they have 100 payments and they give one more, I owe 99 payments, I owe 98. They see the light at the end of the tunnel, that one day their property is going to be there, so they want to pay it and they maintain it. And the reason that it's important that they maintain it is because it's still your property, because you have ownership part ownership on that property, since you have a lien against it and they owe you money. And if one day they don't pay you and you foreclose on it, I mean, you wanna have a good property, and you will most of the time have a good property that they maintain because it was theirs and they took ownership. So I know I went into a rant and explaining why I am switching my investment strategies. Juan, there's a big market, at least in my area. There's a big market of owner financing, Juan, because there's a lot of people with bad credit, unfortunately, and there's a lot of people that work that they don't have stable regular 9 to 5 W2 jobs. They're handymans, they're contractors. They have their own small business that they don't report. I guess they don't report it, and they don't qualify to a bank. And also, there's a big market of Hispanics that don't have Social Security, so they cannot apply for a loan, but they can still become owners of property here in Laredo. So there's a big market, there's a big demand. So I think it's a win-win for the customers and for the people doing the owner financing deals.